K-food captured global attention at Anuga, the world's largest food fair held in Cologne, Germany last month. What's notable is that Korea was chosen as the partner country of Anuga 2025 for the first time. 13 leading Korean food companies and 88 booths were featured at the Korean pavilion. Today, we connect with Jan Philipp Hartmann, the director of Anuga, to hear first-hand accounts of the global K-food craze. Hello, Jan.
Hello, Jan.
Hi, welcome from Cologne.
Welcome to the Culture Wave to Seoul. Now, could you maybe first introduce yourself a little bit and also tell us about Anuga?
Of course. First of all, thank you for having me. My name is Jan Philipp Hartmann. I'm 41 years old and since 2023 the director of Anuga, which is the world's largest trade fair for food and beverages, and to our knowledge at least, the biggest trade show in the world regarding participating companies. It takes place every 2 years and brings together 10 specialized trade shows under one roof, from, for example, fine food or meat to frozen products, plant-based innovations, and so on and so on. And this makes Anuga the most comprehensive platform in history. It is definitely the strongest global all and export marketplace. And I'm saying this not to brag, but I just want to give you an overview how important it is to be present at this stage at the global food and beverage industry.
Sounds very impressive. Now, K-food attracted also lots of attention at this year's event, especially as Korea was this year's partner country of Anuga. So, what does it mean to be selected as a partner country, and why was Korea chosen?
Well, being selected as Anuga's partner country is a major distinction, I would call it. It gives a nation and, of course, its industry a central stage at the fair, not only through exhibitions, but also through cultural activities, innovation showcases, and direct dialogue with the food industry, with the food community. And Korea was chosen because it brings together two strong qualities which we look for at Anuga in particular. A deep culinary tradition and a very high level of food innovation. And K-food is growing worldwide, not only because of its bold and vibrant flavors, but also because many Korean products fit very well within today's global trends. For example, health and sustainability, fermentation, also clean label has to be mentioned, maybe even convenience and food tech, where Korea is pretty strong or very strong in particular. And under the theme flavor meets trends, Korea showed this combination very clearly. The visitors were able to experience authentic fermented classics on one side, but also modern ideas like plant-based products or new food tech solutions on the other. And this mix of heritage and food, this mix of heritage and future actually, made Korea a perfect match for Anuga as partner country this year.
Great combination of tradition and innovation.
Right, exactly. And let's stick to the sort of category of trends as well as the people who attended as well. Among numerous K-food products, were there any specific items or let's say categories that drew attention of visitors or buyers?
Yes, definitely. Several categories actually were very popular. I could name three at first hand. Well, first, fermented foods, of course, kimchi and the young trio, soy sauce, doenjang and gochujang are essential elements of the Korean cuisine. And they offer strong flavors and natural health benefits, which match European consumer trends pretty strongly. Second, definitely ramyeon and Korean street food items, of course. Ramyeon has become a global symbol through films, series, and social media. I mean, who am I telling, right? And at Anuga, companies presented classic varieties, but also healthier versions, let's call them, with low sodium or added high protein or being gluten-free. This combination of culture and innovation attracted a lot of interest, especially through the exhibitor Nongshim, or the producer Nongshim, who participated in a very, very big, way, I would call it, a very well presented stand space. And third, and I want to make it as quick as possible, many next generation products. Korean companies show tofu noodles, for example, or vegan tuna, allergen-free soy sauces, and sustainable seaweed products. And this together, the products, but also the live cooking during the show and the guided tours through the Korean pavilion made it easy for the visitors to experience exactly this variety from traditional dishes to innovative products.
That is quite interesting. It's actually more products than I thought we even had in Korea. So, compared to previous Anuga fairs, did you notice some changes in, let's say, terms of the interest in Korean food or the scale of participating companies?
Well, yes, absolutely. That was actually the idea behind it, right? We saw a strong increase in general interest in Korean food at Anuga, but we would also say many visitors and buyers came specifically to the Korean pavilion because they were looking for Korean products since they are such, on high demand. They were looking for new flavors and innovative ideas, which the Korean exhibitors showcased at the show. And K-food was visible across the entire fair, actually. We're talking about 18 halls, so it was visible everywhere on the showground. Through tastings, live cooking sessions, and also on our Horizon stage, where we tackle future topics like alternative proteins or food tech, was discussed. And when we look at the exhibitor side, we also see a positive development in 2025. The Korean participation with around 100 exhibitors increased significantly compared to previous editions. Well, and this strong presence. Yeah, sorry. Continue.
Oh, continue, Jan.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that this strong presence became even more visible during the joint opening of Anuga by our Germany's Agriculture Minister, Alois Rainer, and Korea's Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, Mrs. Mi Young-song. And it was a symbolic moment that highlighted the close cooperation between both countries and also the global relevance of K-food for the food and beverage industry.
That's wonderful. Not only a food cooperation, but also diplomacy involved there, I guess. But Jan, how would you assess the current status of Korean cuisine in Germany? I would like to know that because when I was back in Germany from the late 1980s to around the early 2000s, no one would eat kimchi or ramen among my friends. But really, are German people now eating Korean food? And also, given the strong trends in Europe towards vegan or alternative foods, sustainability, as you mentioned before, how is K-food aligning with these trends?
Well, I can tell you, your friends would by now eat these kind of products. The Korean cuisine has become much more visible in Germany in the recent years. In cities like Berlin or Hamburg, where the food scene is especially dynamic, Korean restaurants and concepts have grown noticeably. And beyond the restaurant world, beyond the HoReCa world, we see more Korean products in the supermarkets, in food service trends as well, and at industry events. And this rise is closely linked to the broader Korean culture wave, K-pop, K-dramas, and a growing interest in fermentation and bold flavors, definitely. And what resonates with German consumers, and I would also say with European consumers, is the mix of health, vegetables, and fermented foods on one side, but also new taste experiences on the other. And the Korean cuisine feels really authentic, but also fresh and exciting. And this is exactly what German and European customers are looking for. For example, ingredients like kimchi, gochujang, or Korean barbecue sauces are now much easier to find, which makes it simple for the people to cook Korean dishes at home. And of course, the Korean cuisine is still developing compared to long-established Asian cuisines, but the momentum is very strong, especially among young consumers.
Very happy to hear that.
I'm quite interested in knowing, and hopefully I don't cross the line here, but can you tell us about some actual cases of contracts or maybe future collaborations that have resulted from the event that you could probably tell us?
Well, yes and no. First of all, it's important to know that most contracts are being signed in the post-trade fair, trade fair phase. So they start having communication, they meet, they network, and from this, a contract might occurring, let's say, or might be formed. So within the first 1 or 6 months, or 1 to 6 months after the show, these contracts are being signed. And second of all, I must admit that I'm not the right person to answer this, since our exhibitors have more information about that, right? I will not be informed if a contract will be signed, but we are creating and providing a platform for exactly this purpose. And I know that many contracts have been signed. I know, for example, that one country has received a total of contracts worth over $13 billion. But this information reached me only via a press release of this particular country. And I'm sure the Korean companies have received many contracts as a result of the participation at Anuga, but I'm not aware about the volume, unfortunately.
But I'm sure you have something to say for the next question, Jan. Through the 2025 Anuga Food Fair, you've seen the appeal of Korean food up close. So how do you anticipate K-food will develop in Germany, Europe, or beyond going forward?
Well, I'm very positive and optimistic about the future of K-food in Europe, because it brings, I mentioned it before, it brings strong flavors, healthy elements, convenience, and a cultural story that I would say resonate with many people. I expect more Korean products in supermarkets, more cooperations between Korean and European companies, and continued innovation in fermentation, plant-based foods, and clean label. K-food fits extremely well with the expectations of European consumers, so I believe its relevance will continue to grow. And I can actually give you an example. Unilever, one of the biggest consumer goods producers in the world, recently launched a new brand named Namdong for ramyeon products, and will sell these products in the UK, in Poland, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. So in very important markets in Europe. And it shows that even the bigs of our industry see the trend of K-food and decide to invest in this. So it's a really good sign. And on a personal note, the passion and professionalism that Korea showed at Anuga were truly impressive. Seeing our teams, we have an office in Seoul, and our partners from the partner country working so closely together with us was a great experience. And it showed once again that Anuga is not only about business, it's also about people, collaboration, and shared ideas. And even with this huge geographical distance, it is easy to overcome any obstacle and create something great and something really important, not only for our exhibitors, but also for the European consumers.
Great to hear that. Now, Jan, finally, we have a minute or so time, very briefly. Could you give us a preview about the next Anuga, and also maybe a quick message to potential exhibitors or visitors?
Well, yes, I can. We will have an addition to our trade show venue, so expected to be even bigger as in 2025. We will have a new venue which we will use for Anuga. We will not only focus on the sheer exhibitor numbers or square meters, but also on increasing the quantity and quality of our side event program to offer even more than only the products, but also more networking possibilities, more trend insights, and so on and so on. And well, we really look forward to present the current status of the food and beverage industry, but also the industry of tomorrow. And I would be really, really happy to continue this partnership, not on a partner country level. This will go to another country in 2027, but I'm really looking forward to welcome all the Korean exhibitors again, and maybe the one or the other even more than in 2025.
All right. Thank you very much, Jan. We're looking forward to 2027 as well. Vielen Dank, and thanks for connecting with us.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you for having me. Take care.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to see you back here soon.
See you very soon.